Hello everybody and welcome to the latest video of yours truly, Ordinary Weeb. Now I'm here to just give an informative video about either if you should take the route of becoming a weeb or not. It is quite the big decision to make and I'm here to help you decide on that. Now the pros, I'm going to start with those first. Now this applies to all the weebs. Their eyes are open. The third eye just opens up. For instance, you know about anime thighs, anime titties. You know about that? If you don't know about that, your eyes are closed right now. And that's exactly what I'm talking about. You're not in the know. You're still in another world that weebs have already passed. So if you want to get in the modern day of what people could see with the third eye, that's just one of the pros of becoming a weeb. It's the same thing as taking that one meme of taking the red or blue pill. Same thing. You could live that normal life, or you could live that, you could see the things you're missing out on. Okay, now the next pro that applies to all weebs too. You get loneliness resistance, and by that I mean if, for instance, you don't got a girlfriend, right? This will help you not feel the effects of that. You'll get distracted and not even worry about that. But this type of effect is only temporary, and I've had this effect on me before, and loneliness does come back eventually to bite you in the ass. Now sometimes it's hard, sometimes it barely affects you, but it does come back every now and then. Okay, you're not immune to it, all right, but you will get some resistance compared to normal people. Now the other thing that not all weebs get, but most weebs get, is they gain a waifu. Now this is important in the anime community because it tells, it's the anime community is a hierarchy. There's different levels of the pyramid that you could be on, and what level you're on is determined by your waifu, and that's important. It gives you, let's, for instance, my waifu is, I don't know, some random name, Erica. All right, Erica is my waifu. Now other weebs are gonna see that as Erica represents you. If Erica is high on that pyramid, you're high on that pyramid. If she's not high on that pyramid, you're not high on that pyramid. So that's just how the hierarchy works there. If you're confused by that, it's okay. You'll understand it more some other day. I just personally couldn't help you understand it. Sorry about that. But now the next pro we're gonna move into is the connection to other weebs. Now this is one of the pros that I recently experienced. I walk into Jersey Mike's, right? True story. I order my stuff. I'm about to pay for it, and the girl at the cash register asked me, because I had a sweater of the place that I work as an intern for, and it said Code Ninja, right? She thought that was a reference to the anime Code Geass, right? She's like, do you watch Code Geass? She had the comfort to ask me that. If you didn't have something that referenced anime, somebody you wouldn't make that connection, right? And because she asked me that, I knew she was a weeb, right? There's an instant connection there, so I felt comfortable talking to her back. And I'm like, luckily for her, I did watch anime. I'm like, oh yeah, this isn't the Code Geass, and but Code Geass is a good ass anime. You guys are on the same mindset, right? That's what that's what I'm talking about when it comes to instant connections when you're a weeb. Okay, next thing, endless entertainment. That's self-explanatory. You'll be you won't be bored, bro. Anime, that thing be fun to watch, buddy. So that's just I don't need to explain that. That's just common sense. Some will get shameless buff. So I don't think I have this. I don't think I did. By shameless buff, I mean, weird example, right? But it works for it, right? You piss in front of somebody, right? You're not gonna be ashamed of that, right? Because you're gonna be less shameful, you know. You won't give a fuck, right? So there's that. You'll go to jail, but you won't be ashamed of what you did, right? And that's the type of buff that some people get. And like people get the anime wraps, they put it on their car. That's badass, right? That comes apart with that. You know, you're not ashamed to have an anime girl on your car. Personally, I see that as badass, like I said earlier. But there's also the bad side of shamelessness. You show your mom, I bought another anime figure, and the girl's legs are just spread out, and you show your parents that. Now that's the wrong type of shamelessness you want to have. And to be honest, you could go either way. It depends on the person. So just be careful of that. So yeah. Okay, now the next pro is that everybody gets promoted from normie status. This is quite an important one because you're no longer a normal person, right? You change and form into something else, right? You evolve practically into somebody that's more intellectual, higher IQ, and that's what I mean. That's one of the pros that most people get into anime for. They don't want that normal status anymore. They want to get promoted, want to just move on from that part in their life. Okay, and here's there's seduction resistance. So that's something else. I'll get into that later. Okay, I'll get back to that. Cons. Some people be broke. I'd say like 50% of weebs, probably even more. I should have put like most actually, because most weebs end up broke. I personally am like a person that saves, and I'm big on saving. You can even call me a cheapskate, right? I still spend like almost $1,000 in total in my whole like 6 years on anime, bro. Like that's a lot of money for me, and I don't even have a job, right? Yet I spent that on anime. So that people that don't earn good on their finances, they will definitely go down in the dumps with if they get that one characteristic. Like, don't come back to me, bro. Like this is risk, or this could be bad or good for depending on the person. All right, don't come to me and be telling me, Omar, I gotta file for bankruptcy, bro. I took out a loan, I bought a bunch of anime figures, bro, and I can't pay it off, man. I can't pay it off. Now that's this is why you gotta evaluate the cons. This is why I'm here, right? I'm just trying to inform you, like, this could be bad or good, you know. Be careful on what you do out there in your life. All right, and don't I'm not influencing on which side you should go on, okay? So just don't come and attack me later if it goes bad. All right. So, and this is all for all weebs. I'm gonna, for all weebs. So social skills get nerfed. Okay, cringe buff. You get a cringe buff, guys. This is bad. This is one of the worst things that's on this list. I hate this so much because so many people that take this route end up getting this cringe buff, and it sucks. I feel sorry for the people that do get it because they weren't in the know, you know. Like, becoming a weeb could make you cringe like that, but it could, and now they ended up the way they are, you know. Like, I know you've seen videos of the dark side of being a weeb. Those people are so cringe, and it's sad. That's all I can say. So just be careful. Some enter danger zone. The danger zone. By that I mean some some weebs become interested in lollies, and it's just it's bad, bro. Like there's no explanation. Like people shouldn't be into lollies. Like that is so. It's a bad part of the community I don't like. All right, that's all I'm gonna say. I don't know why there's hentai. I don't know, guys. I just don't know. I don't know. Let's move on. Disorganized buff. I didn't get this, but I know some people do. Like they just become disorganized in their work, and that's self-explanatory. Laziness. Now that one did affect me. I did become more lazy after I became a weeb, and I just got I just have to deal with it, right? I just got to fight against it sometimes, but laziness is a side effect. Okay, now to this last thing I want to talk about. Second to last thing, actually. Seduction buff. Now, seduction buff or seduction resistance. It could go either way depending on who it is. It is hard to determine what percentage goes on which path of getting seduced more easily or having a seduction resistant. Now, by this I mean, like, it's hard to tell because the statistics aren't out there. Like, I would have to go out there and like look at weebs and see if they get asked out and if they resist them or they accept them easily, right? And it's hard to find a situation like that because weebs hardly get asked out. I'm not gonna lie. That's like seeing a fish in a desert. Like I personally haven't seen a weeb get contact like that in a while. So that's why this is like statistics are like question mark, because I don't know. It's a hard probably the Pentagon knows about this. I don't know about this though. It's just too top secret for me to get my hands on. But by seduction buff, I mean that you're getting played, you know, being a simp, giving the girl everything she wants. This mostly happens because you barely ever had a girlfriend. You know you won't get another one most likely anytime soon again, so you just want to take that option and be as loyal as to that person as possible. Your life, buddy, I don't know what to tell you if you end up that route. It is what it is. And by seduction resistance, some guys just go on full on 2D, right? They have their waifu, they don't need a wife, right? So they don't even care about their options when it comes to real life women, right? They don't care as much if they get rejected. If a girl comes up to them, they wouldn't care if they dated them or not. Like, that's the type of stuff when I'm talking about resistance. Now, I've been getting some questions lately about what is a weeaboo. A weeaboo and their pros or cons are basically all of the pros on this list that you see here turn to cons, and all the possibility of becoming, like, for instance, like awe, some, or most, all the effects become awe. You will gain all the cons. Like, that is the definition of a weeaboo. You are, oh sorry, I put an extra on that thing right there, but you get what I mean. Like, it's bad. You don't want to cross that fence. Never cross that fence. And my suggestion, right? Try to stay on a weeb. Like, to be honest, in my eyes, there's 3 categories of being an anime fan. There's otaku, which is in the bottom one, right? And then in the middle, there's a weeb. And then on the top of the pyramid, the 5-star general. I think that's the only pro you get out of becoming a weeaboo is becoming like alpha when it comes to anime community. Like, you're up there, but in everything else, and then talking to normal people, you're screwed. you're screwed in everything else except when it comes to criticizing anime. And that's just how it is. But you'll be up there in the anime community, but you're gonna be asked in everything else. So that's basically what a weeaboo is. I wouldn't recommend it. It's just not worth it. Not worth any of that. So that's basically it, everybody, and have a good one, and peace out.